Politicians and economists tell us the economy is booming. They point to charts with lines going up and up. But meanwhile, your grocery bill is giving you a panic attack and filling your gas tank feels like funding a small country. What gives? The truth is, the official numbers don't always tell the whole story. They're like those photoshopped Instagram pictures. They present a very curated version of reality. The economy might technically be growing, but that doesn't mean everyone's reaping the benefits. In fact, for many people, things are getting tougher. This isn't about being pessimistic, it's about being honest. We need to look beyond the headlines and understand the real struggles people face. Only then can we start finding solutions that actually work for everyday folks, not just the ones throwing money at their computer screens. One of the biggest economic indicators is the unemployment rate. A low rate is supposed to mean more people have jobs, right? Well, sort of. What it doesn't capture are the millions of people stuck in underemployment. These are folks working part-time gigs who desperately want full-time positions. They're technically employed but barely scraping by. Then there's the issue of wage stagnation. Sure, you might have a job, but if your wages haven't budged in years while the cost of everything else has skyrocketed, are you really better off? It's like running on a treadmill. You're putting in the effort but going nowhere fast. The point is, a single number can't possibly reflect the complexity of the job market. We need to look deeper at the quality of jobs, not just the quantity. Are people earning livable wages? Do they have benefits? Are they stuck in dead-end positions with no room for growth? These are the questions that really matter. The stock market. That magical casino where numbers go up and down like a roller coaster, and somehow it's supposed to reflect the health of our entire economy. Newsflash, it doesn't. The stock market mostly benefits the wealthy. They're the ones with enough money to play the game and reap the rewards. Meanwhile, the average person is stuck worrying about paying rent and putting food on the table. Their portfolio is the crumpled up receipts in their back pocket. Don't be fooled by the headlines touting record highs. The stock market can be completely disconnected from the reality of Main Street. It's like judging the health of a fish by how much water is in the tank, while ignoring the fact that the fish is, gasping for air. Section 4, the silent killer's debt, costs and the shrinking dollar. Now let's talk about the real culprits behind this economic unease: debt, the rising cost of living and good old-fashioned inflation. These are the silent killers slowly draining our bank accounts and keeping us up at night. Household debt is a ticking time bomb. Student loans, credit card bills, mortgages, they're all adding up to a mountain of financial pressure. Meanwhile, the cost of essentials like housing, healthcare and education has gone through the roof. It's like trying to bake a cake with prices rising faster than you can add ingredients. And let's not forget about inflation. That dollar just doesn't stretch as far as it used to. Remember when you could buy a gallon of milk and a dozen eggs without needing a small loan? Yeah, good times. Section 5. From groceries to gas. How economic struggles touch every corner of life. These economic struggles aren't just abstract concepts, they have real-world consequences. They impact every aspect of our lives, from the food we put on the table to the gas we put in our cars. Remember that panic attack-inducing grocery bill? Yeah, that's the rising cost of food in action. And forget about that weekend getaway. With gas prices soaring, you're better off staying home and playing board games. These struggles lead to financial stress, reduced savings, and increased reliance on credit. It's a vicious cycle that can be incredibly difficult to break free from. And it's happening to millions of people across the country. Section 6, Weathering the Storm. Practical tips for financial resilience. So what can we do about it? How do we navigate these choppy economic waters and stay afloat? Well, it's not about becoming a Wall Street wizard overnight. It's about taking small, practical steps to build financial resilience. First and foremost, build an emergency fund. Aim for 3 to 6 months of living expenses. This will be your safety net if you lose your job, face unexpected medical bills, or your car decides to take an unscheduled vacation to the mechanic. Next, tackle that debt. Start with the highest interest rate debt first and work your way down. Consider a debt consolidation loan or balance transfer credit card to lower your interest rates. Finally, stay informed. Pay attention to economic trends and adjust your budget accordingly. Knowledge is power, even when it comes to your finances. Look, the economy can be a fickle beast, but by being proactive, informed, and financially savvy, we can weather the storms and come out stronger on the other side. And hey, maybe one day we'll even be able to afford that gallon of milk and dozen eggs without breaking a sweat.